the way Future Grace is structured is that there are these 8 practical application chapters scattered, and each one of those takes a sin, like impatience or covetousness or lust or bitterness, and then shows how faith in future grace severs the root of that sin. So part of what you do when you're dealing with a guy is you're looking, which of these, or which one that I didn't deal with, is he captivated by? What is he hooked on? And then future grace does become the remedy. God wants to be for you more than anything you are now devoting yourself to.
Yeah.
And if you don't get, here's maybe an analogy we could sum it up with. There was a point where one of my sons, I felt was in that category, like in his 30s, and I was getting kind of the winds in his letters that nothing was quite working right. Marriage wasn't working right, school wasn't working right, work wasn't working right. And I sensed that God had ceased to be the sun at the solar system of his life. That was my analogy. So I wrote this long letter, risky, to write to an adult son. A long letter about that analogy. I said, I sense that the planets of your life, financial planet and wife planet and school planet and neighborhood friend planet, are starting to bump into each other. And nothing's circling in sweet orbit and harmony. Do you think the reason for that might be that the sun, this massive, gravitational, bright sun, isn't at the center anymore? And that's why the planets are going all weirdo and crashing into each other, and you can't figure out your life anymore. And I waited, what's going to happen? And he called me. This is so one of those things where, oh, I don't want to pick up this phone. It might go well. You pick up the phone, hi. He said, thanks for the letter. That was right. That was right, he said.
Oh, that's really great.
That was right. So it sometimes helps a guy to take an analogy like the sun. Yeah. God is the sun at the solar system. You got all kinds of planets in your life. They all should be in a certain orbit. When they're in the orbit that they're in, they don't bang into each other. Wife doesn't bang into kids, and kids don't bang into job, and church doesn't bang into kids, and the planets are circling. What's the key? Well, the key isn't to fly out there and take Pluto and try to fix
manipulate
it. The issue is put the sun where God put the sun, at the flaming center of your soul.
Then that actually goes right back to where we started with balance. Maybe one of the triggers there. Yeah. So,
or harmony, maybe.
Yeah.
And I balked at the word balance just because it might not fit everything, but harmonious flight of every planet. The world, if it's working the way God had, it has a certain harmony to it, and life takes on a harmony when the sun is at the center.
Yeah, and the sun is displayed as the center.